Oh my god, guys, this episode was epic. I've been waiting for this episode to be animated for a while, ever since I read this in the manga. What I'm really waiting for is next episode. But yeah, first off, let me say the new opening, spectacular. 2 thumbs up. I give it 3 thumbs up if I had three. New the new opening is just a breath of fresh air compared to the last two. I did a live reaction to it. Check the link down in the description, and I'll put an annotation somewhere up there. But anyway, we start off with B and Naruto still running, and Naruto, I guess he can sense and hear some of the allied forces talking about Zetsus could transform into the shinobi, and they don't know who the enemy is. And anyway, that's not really important. What is important is when the Raikage and Tsunade come out of fucking nowhere in this big ass dust cloud, and Naruto and B are shocked. But what B is looking at is Tsunade's tits, and the Raikage gets pissed off at that, and that was just real funny. And then the opening kicks in. Then, like I said, epic. Definitely check it out. This is not one of the times where you need to skip the opening. But then we come back, and the Raikage is talking to Naruto, pretty much calling him an idiot for wanting to go out there and fight because the war is to protect them, him and B. And Naruto's like, well, everybody's out there, suffering, and they could very well die, and if I'm the last one standing, what good is that? I don't want people dying for me. I want to go out there and help. And the Raikage is like, well, it's better than the world ending, which is true. And I mean, you can't really be mad at the Raikage. I mean, even though he was kind of an asshole in this episode, he has good intentions, but I mean, yeah, he was kind of an asshole in this episode. They exchange a few more words, and then Naruto tries to run away, and then the Raikage just punches the shit out of him. And I believe if he wasn't in QB chakra mode, he would have either been knocked out or hurt way more than what he was. And he tries it again, and this time he goes like Dragon Ball Z fast, like you can't even see him. Like the camera's just moving left and right. You just see flames and stuff, and it slows down, and the Raikage is keeping up with Naruto like perfectly, and that was epic. And Tsunade's like, no, it's a surprise that you can keep up with the Raikage, which says a lot about the Raikage. And the Raikage says, I'll kill you if you don't turn back. And Naruto looked like, I'm not sure what he's about to do. That's his hand sign for the clones. Maybe he's about to Rasengan the fuck out of the Raikage, but then B comes out of nowhere and blocks the punch. And then they exchange a few words, and then when the octopus hand thing goes away, they're fist bumping, and B says, "Why can't you read into my soul, bro?" And then we go into a flashback about how B and the Raikage met, and how his name became B. I wonder what his real name was before B, because I thought that was his name. I didn't know that it was like I mean, I knew it was a tag team combo, but I didn't know that's where their name came from. I thought they were the A and B combo because that was their name. That was their name. I wonder what their real names are. But anyway, yeah, the flashback is nice. It shows B before he was the Jinchuriki and how his relationship with the Raikage was and how they got that relationship, and that was awesome. Then Raikage talks about Naruto's dad, Minato, and Naruto gets pissed off, and we go into a flashback again, and this is the flashback I've been waiting for, and it was awesome. The animation was here and there. When they first came in, when Minato, when it was kind of pushed back a little bit, Minato's, character design looked kind of weird. He looked kind of humped over, and yeah, the animation was here and there throughout this whole episode. But overall, it was awesome. And they exchange a few words, and Minato doesn't waste any time. He throws out his kunai knife, and dashes towards him. You could tell that he just wants to kill him. And then Minato spins around his little kunai knife like a boss and just teleports to one kunai knife, and then teleports back to the one he flipped up and jumps on the Raikage's back. And he could have killed him right there if he wanted to, but being the kind-hearted guy he is, he didn't. And the Raikage tries it again, and this time, the Raikage figured out what was causing him to move so fast was he was teleporting to the kunai knives, and his plan was to look at all the kunai knives and see which one he popped up at, and he was going to rush to that one. But that didn't happen. He teleported to Eight Tails' tentacle that B fucking just flopped on the ground. It was hilarious. The tail was just laying there, just lifeless for a second. It just looked real weird. You could tell that B didn't have that much control over it. But yeah, he teleported to B and had the kunai knife in the back of his head, and then turns out B had a knife pointing at Minato. So B has really quick reflexes, but you gotta think about it. Who is actually faster, Minato or the Raikage? Like, I guess you could say Minato because he can teleport, but if he didn't have the jutsu formulas and if he didn't have the kunai knives, I mean, what would he do? I mean, he's not really. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's not fast on his feet, but his speed really comes from his teleportation jutsu. As Raikage, he's just fast. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess each one has their ups and downs. Teleportation. If you don't have enough time to put a formula somewhere, then you can be wiped out. And whereas the Raikage speed, he just fast on his feet. If someone gets behind you, you're pretty much done because I'm pretty sure he can't just change directions as fast as dashing off one way. He might can. As we've seen with the scene with Naruto, he's fast as hell. But anyway, after that little scuffle, Minato says B holds something very precious, and you should be able to find the answer one day, or something like that. And it's obvious that something precious to be is the Raikage. But what I'm really waiting for is the next one, 283. Like when actual. Well, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I was just about to. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot you guys don't like being spoiled. But if you read the manga, you know what's gonna happen next episode. Yeah, in the preview, you see the Jinchuriki, and for you guys that do read the manga, some epic shit is about to pop up. Probably not next episode, but soon after. I really want to say something, but I'm not going to do it. So before I give in to temptation, I'm just going to go ahead and end this review. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. This has been JB the Chiha. Did you like this episode? And are you glad that the canon month is finally over? Like now, I think we're gonna go all the way up to the big reveal, and then it's gonna go back to canon again. For you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not gonna spoil it, but you guys know who's gonna pop out of a coffin very, very soon. I think it's gonna go up to there, and then it's gonna be filler again for a few episodes. Then it's gonna go back. That's what I've heard anyway. But anyway, this has been JB the Chiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.
This video is part of the Way movement, a career path in video sponsored by TGN. To learn more, visit tgn.tv.